Hey everybody, it's Kimberly and welcome back to the cupboard. So I'm super excited because coming up is going to be my first ever read-a-thon while on BookTube. Starting on Saturday, the 27th, is the underhyped Read-A-Thon, which is where you're supposed to choose books that are maybe underhyped on Goodreads, where it has less than 10,000 ratings, or maybe it's just one that really hasn't been talked about on BookTube before, or anything like that. I chose to go by the Goodreads ratings, and so any of the ones that were under 10,000 are ones that I am choosing, so I am super excited. My very first one is Big Miracle. So I actually purchased Big Miracle 3 years ago at one of my school's book fairs, the school that I teach at, their book fair, and I love the movie, and I was like, I love nonfiction, I love reading memoirs and about people's stories, and I particularly love this story, and so I got the book, and it's been sitting on my shelf for 3 years, and this is the time to read it. Up next, we have The Grapes of Math. I purchased this book on a whim this summer after I learned that I would be teaching math instead of art, which is what I had been teaching for the last 3 years. So I love math. I didn't ever think I'd be teaching it, but I am, and so I purchased this book this summer, and it is actually a super interesting take just on how numbers are used in every different kind of thing, and it's kind of written where like each chapter focuses on a different part of math, a different kind of math, and it's been really interesting. I actually am already like halfway through it. I'm on page like 137, so I'm hoping to finish it this coming week for the Underhyped Read-A-Thon because there's only 443 ratings for this book on Goodreads. And that's crazy because math is cool. The next book that I will be reading is Da Vinci's Tiger. Now, my copy of Da Vinci's Tiger has not arrived yet. I actually purchased my very first owl crate, and it will be arriving on Thursday, so I'm super excited about that. And after seeing all the reviews of what December's box was, I saw that there were extra December boxes, and so I ordered one. So the next one I will read is Da Vinci's Tiger because there's only 543 ratings for that book. After that, I will be reading Dear Mr. You. Dear Mr. You has 1,700 ratings on Goodreads, and I'm pretty sure the reason it's so low for this particular one is that it's just fairly new. It came out towards the end of November, because I feel like, I don't know, that one just seemed really low to me, I guess. But maybe it's because I've just been hyping it up in my life for a very long time, but maybe it's underhyped to everybody else. Now, I've also started this one, but I'm not that far into it. Like 57 pages. Dear Mr. You is a memoir by Mary Louise Parker, and she has written all these different letters to different men in her life. It's been very interesting so far. She has a very interesting writing style that actually does remind me a lot of the way characters in movies or TV shows kind of think in their head, which makes sense because she's an actress. So she's really pulling from what she knows, but it's an exceptional first book from someone who this is their very first one, and I got a signed copy at the special Black Friday sale at Barnes & Noble, so that's always exciting. My next book, my blind date for the month of February, Bad Things Happen. Bad Things Happen has about 4,000 ratings on Goodreads right now, so that is why it's next on my list. So in an earlier video, I showed that I went on a blind date with a book, and this is what happened. So I'm super excited because next week we'll have our first date and all of our dates because I'm hoping to finish this one. It is a suspense book about a man who gets into some trouble because he's fooling around with someone he shouldn't be, and then there's a murder. So pretty excited about it. And after doing a little bit more research on the author, who I had never heard of before, this is his first book, but he has several others. So if I like it, I'm really excited that there's going to be more of his work to devour. And the last book, if I get to it, I do have them in order by ratings, so I'm going to read the ones with the lowest rating first on Goodreads. But this one has almost 5,000. I got this book for Christmas this year from my sister, from my little sister. She said she read it in like a day, which makes me feel pretty confident going into a read-a-thon. But it is called The Life List. She said she really, really loved it, and it was something that she thought I would enjoy, and so I'm really hoping that I will. It's about a woman who finds a list of goals that she had written for herself when she was like 14 years old, and she decides that she needs to do them all given what's currently happening in her life. So I'm excited about the variety that I've chosen. I am really hoping to get through all of them, but if I don't, I am gonna start with Big Miracle and work my way to the end, so that way I'm really getting the underhyped books the lowest amount of ratings on Goodreads, and so now I'll be able to add another rating to it. That is my TBR for the underhyped read-a-thon coming up on February 27th through March 4th, and I will catch you guys up as it's going and hopefully give you a little daily update. I'm super excited to hear about what you guys are reading for the underhyped read-a-thon. Go ahead and let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. See you soon.